Welcome to round 7 of Monsters of Destruction. Hello everyone, I'm Larry Huffman from Glendale, Arizona and the beautiful Glendale Arena. And first off, we go to the pit party where the riders and the fans get a chance to intermingle, get autographs, get pictures. It's a very popular part of our Monsters of Destruction series. From the little kids to the big kids, and the drivers enjoy it just as much. Up first is qualifying for straight line drags. It'll be the Monster Moose going up against Spider-Man. And Monster Moose, here's a driver who's come so far in such a short time, Brad Campbell. But of course, he's up against one of the fastest, toughest, and biggest drivers on the circuit today, Paul Jensen in Spider-Man. The big Hummer pulls up to stage. Campbell on the far side, or the near side from this shot. Jensen gets a hole shot, launches perfectly, bounces down across the finish line, and takes the victory. The clock's 3.381 seconds for Spider-Man, 3.904 for the Moose. There's not a whole lot of room in these arenas, and there's Jensen moving around. Whoop, kind of brushes Campbell's machine there, but he's okay, and takes the victory in the first round of qualifying. Qualifying number 2, Line X Obsession against Kevin Harvick. This is Rick Swanson of that beautiful yellow and blue machine. He builds it himself with his family in Menifee, California, up against the prettiest driver on the circuit. That's not saying much. Actually, it is. Amber Skywalker, number 29, Kid Rock, Kevin Harvick truck. Here she comes up. She stages. She's had a hot and cold season. When she's hot, she's hot. But when she breaks, and that's it. And she's broken a couple times. Let's see if she's got everything working right tonight. Launch off the line. It is Obsession getting a little bit better start. Rick Swanson. And Swanson takes it 3.575 seconds. Amber right behind him, 3.881. So Rick Swanson qualifies very fast against Amber Skywalker. Qualifier number 3. This will be Public Disturbance against the Monster Patrol. And that's the Public Disturbance machine of Curtis Stone, a colleague of Brad Campbell out of the Northwest. And that's the Monster Patrol of Paul Schaefer. He owns 21 monster trucks. He's got the machine with the lights, the bubble gum on the top, the bubble gum machines on the top. He likes to have that. There's a wing on the back. Make no sense at all in an inside arena. Doesn't matter at all for speed. All right, on the left, Monster Patrol. On the right, Public Disturbance. Here's the start. They stage. A ground level shot on the right. That's Public Disturbance. Stone, a relative rookie, gets a good start though. Nope, it's Monster Patrol with a 3.571 clocking, 3.987 for Curtis the Stone Man in Public Disturbance. Qualifier number 4, this is Tough Country. That's the Dragon Slayer of Craig Christensen out of Utah. He's tougher than a $2 steak, and he better be in this round because he's up against a former 3-time world champion, one of Paul Schaefer's machines. That's Barefoot. And the driver of Barefoot, Larry Swim. Earlier we had a chance to talk to Swim about the competition tonight, how he thinks he's going to do.
Well, this is the first time for the Monsters of Destruction Tour, and we're just glad to be here, and hopefully we can do some good with the truck. The truck's been out a long time, and the truck was built to kick butt, and hopefully we can keep it alive. I've been driving for about 5 years. We've been doing a lot of fairs. We do a lot of indoor arenas, but in the summertime we get the big outdoor tracks, and that's where it's at. I get to open this big Hemi up and show the people what it's got. My favorite's probably freestyle. I like the racing. The Chicago style adds something different to the racing, but freestyle's where it's at. It's like free play. You know, the kids are in school all day long. They've got stuff they have to do, but they get to go to free play and they get to do what they want. So that's kind of what freestyle is for me. The small arenas are totally different because the Hemi is made to make horsepower in distance. The short tracks, sometimes too much horsepower can be difficult. And then with the short turning, you know, long wheelbase, tight turns, it can be kind of hairy. So like I said, we like the outdoor stuff, but you know, we do what we can with the indoor stuff, and they're not going to forget Barefoot.
So Barefoot up against Dragon Slayer. This could be a very good race. Qualifier number 4. That's Barefoot on the right, Dragon Slayer on the left. Dragon Slayer of Craig Christensen, the Hummer. They stage, they're ready. Here we go. Whoa, getting a little sideways there for the Dragon Slayer, but he pulls it off. 3.475 seconds. And Barefoot, 3.598. Straight line drags qualifying results. Spider-Man takes it. Dragon Slayer's second. Monster Patrol, Obsession, Barefoot, Kevin Harvick, Monster Moose, and Public Disturbance. Let's go down to the field and Raquel Gardner.
How you doing there, Paul?
Hanging in there. I'm doing better now. I was so shocked to win that I left my helmet and everything on. I thought for sure I wasn't going to be interviewed. But
Why were you so surprised?
oh, because you know the favoritism they give to these old guys that are ready to retire.
Yeah, the key word there is old guys. I think we need to make some new room, right?
For sure.
So tell me one thing before you go. Who did you think was your biggest competition right now?
My biggest competition is always my dad. If I'm up against him, that's the hardest race for me.
Are you going to beat him tonight?
Of course.
All right, let's see it.
I'm Larry Huffman. It's brought to you by AmeriGas, America's propane company. And MonsterTruckStore.com, your online source for monster truck merchandise and cruising teams. The ultimate in motorsports art. So we go now to straight line drags, race number 1. And this is Spider-Man against Public Disturbance. And Curtis Stone on that beautiful new paint job, new truck. He's establishing his own identity after he kind of started to pull away a little bit from Brad Campbell. They still work together, but he's his own man now. Here we go. Here's the start. And Spider-Man, another flawless start. Wins by about a half a car length. 3.379. Public Disturbance, 3.85 seconds. So Spider-Man keeps his win streak alive in round number 1 of straight line drags. Let's take another look at it. There's Jensen going over, and the rooster tail comes up from the rear wheels because he's staying on the gas when he goes over the cars. And Stone, still learning, slams on the binders. One more time from the overhead shot. Spider-Man on the right. He bounces and stays right on the gas, and the rooster's tails come up. Let's go now to straight line drag number 2. That's Barefoot. This side on the Linex Obsession, on the other side as they get ready to stage. Larry Swim, 3-time world champion. Let's see what he can do up against the big guy, Rick Swanson in the yellow and blue machine. Oh, wait a minute, there's some kind of a problem. What's going on? There's something wrong with the truck. It's not moving. And here comes Swanson. He's going over. Oh! He's locked up that left rear wheel. It's a broken axle, it looks like. And that's it for Rick Swanson. He goes back to the pits. Well, Rick Swanson goes to the pits, and here comes Swim in a single run for Barefoot, an easy run for him. So Barefoot goes through qualifier number 2 in the straight line drags. There's a look from our onboard camera of Larry Swim and the Barefoot truck. No problems at all. We'll be back with more exciting action from Glendale, Arizona. Don't touch that remote. Here's Rick Swanson, who just broke. What happened? Broken axle?
Yeah, unfortunately, I was trying to clear up the starting line, get all the loose dirt off, did a burnout, unfortunately snapped the left rear axle.
Too bad. All right, we go now to heat number 3. This is Dragon Slayer against the Monster Moose. And the Moose is loose, as we say, and very popular with the kids. Dragon Slayer on this side, your far side, that's the Monster Moose with Brad Campbell. They stage, they're ready. Well, Rick just came up from down there on the floor. How's the dirt? Everything working okay?
Yeah, everything's working really good.
They're hooking up.
Definitely hook it up and get in with the program. We're back. I actually got the crew guys back there working on mine now. Hopefully we'll make it back to freestyle. Dragon
Slayer, Craig Christensen takes home the bacon with a 3.458 clocking the Moose right behind him. Not bad, 3.678 seconds. We go to heat number 4. There's a look inside. That's the inside of the Dragon Slayer. Yeah, that's Christensen getting thrown around a little bit. One more time to look at it. What do you see, Rick Swanson? Any mistakes there?
Well, like you pointed out earlier, when Craig lands, he's still on the throttle. You can see it shoot the dirt, and Brad isn't. I think that's the difference.
Yep, I think you're absolutely right. That's what's happened so far in every race. We go now to heat number 4. Monster Patrol against Kevin Harvick. And owned by the same person, right? Rick Swanson. Paul Schaefer owns both of them.
Yes, he owns both of them.
You can always tell his machine because he's got the bubblegum lights on the top. Oh, getting a little bit off to the side there. But apparently no problem. What happened? Oh, a problem with Amber Skywalker, and she stopped on the top of the cars. She's shut down on the top. That's a little odd, Rick. You don't see that very often. Let's take another look at it.
It looks like she loses power because the tires quit spinning.
Yep, and she stops right there. That's got to be kind of embarrassing for her, Amber Skywalker.
Yeah, I've been there. I know what it's like.
One more time. Again, starts to go up, then suddenly just stops and hands the win to her boss, Paul Schaefer.
Yeah, she lost power for some reason.
That's a tough break for her. We'll be back to Glendale Arena in Glendale, Arizona in just a few moments. Don't go away. Out of the semifinals, Larry Huffman with Rick Swanson. This will pit Spider-Man against Barefoot, a couple of seasoned veterans, although I think Barefoot, Larry Swim's got a little bit more experience under his belt, but Jensen has been doing extremely well in that Spider-Man Hummer. Barefoot this side, Spider-Man looks on your screen. Very, very close. Rick Swanson, the same thing. Did he stay on the gas? Spider-Man takes it.
Yeah, he stayed on the throttle a little longer. You notice that when they come down, what happened is this race, they moved the lights back a little further. So you have to be on the throttle when you land in order to get in front of the other truck.
There's an inside look, and that's, I believe that's Swim, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Larry Swim. One more time, a look at it. Watch the start. More specifically, watch the ending.
See, Barefoot's bouncing while Spider-Man was on the throttle.
Yep. Another look at it with the ground camera.
There's a perfect shot of the rooster showing.
That's exactly right. One more time again. And this is kind of an upset.
See, there's nothing on the back of his tires. It just bounced.
Well, semi number 2 pitched Dragon Slayer against the Monster Patrol.
Watch for Craig at the landing. You'll see that he'll be on the throttle.
Yeah, Craig Christensen is driving very aggressively tonight. So that's the Monster Patrol on the far side. And this side is the Tough Country Hummer of Craig Christensen, Dragon Slayer. Staged and set. They go up and over. Short wheelbase against a long wheelbase. And the wind goes, well, it goes to Dragon Slayer by a very slim margin. 3.425 seconds. Monster Patrol, 3.495. All right, Rick, let's take a look at as they come over the cars.
If you notice, Craig doesn't clear the cars with the back tires and actually shoots his front end down. I think that's what got him his lights a little quicker.
That's interesting. Was he trying to do that?
It's just the way the truck went in the air, that's all.
Dragon Slayer takes the win, 3.425. Monster Patrol, 3.495. We go down to the final. This is the main event. And this will put Spider-Man against Dragon Slayer, the stepson against the stepfather. Paul Jensen in Spider-Man, Dragon Slayer, Craig Christensen. Here's the final.
This is for bragging rights for
This is for bragging rights. The far side Spider-Man, the white machine. This side, the Tough Country Hummer of Dragon Slayer. They both learned what to do. Let's see who enacts it and who actually takes advantage.
All got a better start.
Yeah. The win goes to Spider-Man, 3.364 seconds. Dragon Slayer, 3.384. And boy, it's close tonight. So Spider-Man, Jensen, unbeatable, Rick, so far tonight.
Yeah, he's doing really good.
Let's take a look at it again. They're both staying on the gas when they hit the ground.
Yeah, actually, Paul's running a smaller motor than anybody else right now, and on these little arenas, it actually works better because we're only allowed to run a 871 blower. On a bigger motor, you actually have less boost than you do on a smaller motor. So that's what's helping him get off the line fast.
He is getting off the line very, very fast and staying on the gas when he comes over. Spider-Man takes the straight line drags. Dragon Slayer is second. Monster Patrol's third. In the points after round 7, Monster Patrol 148, Dragon Slayer 141, and Bigfoot 134. Let's go down to Raquel on the field.
Woo! Let's hear it for Paul Jensen! Spider-Man! Here you go. Wish you add it to your collection.
Yeah, I'm a little tired now.
What are you doing? You're shaming these guys tonight and girls.
No, I wouldn't say that. In all seriousness, everybody here is a real tough competitor, and we all have nice equipment, and it's just fun to win sometimes.
So, I know that you love your dad, and Craig is a good, good sport, but he's gotta be fuming right now because you're just kicking everybody's butt, especially his.
Yeah, he'd never tell me that, but we know.
Okay, well, we'll find out later from you. Thanks a lot. Good race.
Thank you.
Paul Jensen, ladies and gentlemen, Spider-Man.
More exciting action coming up from the Monsters of Destruction Tour and Glendale, Arizona. We'll be right back.
Monsters are back! April 8th and 9th at the LJVM Coliseum for the Monsters of Destruction Monster Truck Series. Nationally televised on the Outdoor Channel. See the original Monster Truck. Compete against Spider-Man, Monster Patrol, Dragon Slayer, Samson, and more. Heats on at 5:30 with showtime at 7:30. Pit party from 6 to 7. See High Fly and Freestyle Motocross throwing the sickest tricks in the world. Tickets only $10 at the box office. All Ticketmaster outlets charged by phone and online. April 8th and 9th. LJVM Coliseum. We'll save the whole seat, but you'll only need the end.
Rick Swanson, we go down to Chicago-style racing. Named that, we are told, because the Chicago-style racing started in a suburb of Chicago. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what they say. Spider-Man, Paul Jensen, the big man, the veteran, up against young Curtis Stone in public disturbance. And Stone has yet to transfer out of a qualifying heat into the semis. Let's see what he does tonight. Rick Swanson, Jensen does not make that many mistakes, correct?
No, Paul's a real smooth driver. With the shorter wheelbase, he definitely has the advantage, plus the seat time he has over Curtis. So this should be good.
There's the start. Curtis gets a good start. Around the corner, past the timing tower.
He actually makes a nice tight corner.
Yep. But look at on the gas is Spider-Man. Whoa, wait a minute.
There's one of the problems about going too fast in a Chicago race. You actually get too deep.
He headed for the cheap seats, and Stone has got the lead.
Yeah, Curtis got it.
Curtis takes the victory with a 20.055 second clocking. Spider-Man 20.074. Let's take another look at it. Rick Swanson, watch what happens here and talk about it.
Paul gets around the first corner, still a little deep. Being deep allows him to pick up more speed. When he gets over the second set of cars, he gets really deep, and that's when he's getting way off over by the wall.
That cost him time.
That cost him time.
Cost him time and the race. Young Curtis Stone, his first ticket to ride in a semi in Chicago-style racing.
Yeah, Curtis is definitely going to have a good night tonight. He gets to go brag to everybody that he's made it out.
Well, he's driving a flawless race.
He's doing great.
Young Curtis Stone, he's come so far in such a short time.
Watch out, Brad. Here he's coming to tell you.
Heat number 2 is Barefoot. Larry Swim, he was set to go against Line-X Succession, young Rick Swanson, but his truck is broken back in the pits. They're working on it, so Barefoot gets a single run. Rick up here on the broadcast booth. Is this a good thing for him? He gets a chance to check out the track?
Well, it'd be a whole lot better if I was out there, but unfortunately I'm not. So, yeah, this is really good for him. It automatically advances him. It gives him a chance that no other truck's going to get to see what the corners are like, have a chance to make a mistake and not matter in order to be better for the next round.
Well, actually, he didn't make a mistake at all. He went into the 18-second bracket, 18.968 seconds for Barefoot, a very fast single run. It was a fast run anyway. So Barefoot takes heat number 2. We go down to heat number 3, and this is Dragon Slayer against the Monster Moose. There's the Moose. The Outdoor Channel sponsored truck. The kids love that cartoon character on the side. Some would say the cartoon character inside, but that's not true. That's Brad Campbell. There's the start. Dragon Slayer against Monster Moose, and
they both messed up in the corner.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Look at the slide, though.
Oh, my goodness.
That's just a veteran doing his job.
Yep, and look how much time he's picked up. So the Dragon Slayer goes back to the pits with a 17.103 clocking. The Moose quite a ways behind at 19.35 seconds.
Craig's going to be a hard one. Craig's going to be a hard one to beat.
Let's take another look at it. The Moose on the right coming at you, Dragon Slayer. Watch, let's call this curve, this turnaround here, Rick Swanson.
Well, they're both out wide. They're both trying to square up. But if you notice, Craig never hit the cars with his right tires. So Craig got lucky. Brad actually should have advanced.
Yep, 17 seconds, 103, 19.35 the Moose. So,
hi, Craig.
Lucky break for Craig Christensen and Dragon Slayer.
I'm sure I'll hear about it next time I see him.
Other than that, a pretty flawless race.
Yeah, he did good.
We'll be right back.
The Monsters are back.
And Rick Swanson, this is the final heat. Chicago's now racing. There is the Monster Patrol, Paul Paper, the long wheelbase truck up against his teammate and protege, Amber Skywalker and Kevin Harvick in block number 29. Both long wheelbase trucks, right, Rick?
Yeah, they're both long wheelbase. Paul runs the long wheelbase for straight lines. It makes the truck as fast as it can go, keeping it in control. Unfortunately, in these little arenas, as you can see, they're very hard to turn.
He's got to stop and almost back up to get around the corner.
Yeah, what you'll see is as time goes on, Paul's probably going to end up having to swap trucks to one. You own so many of them, you can get a shorter wheelbase one, and then when we go out, we'll come back to the long wheelbase trucks, and you'll really see how much faster the long wheelbase can be.
Well, Lambert Skywalker doesn't seem to be making any mistakes at all, just running a little bit behind Paul Schaefer in the Monster Patrol machine.
Yeah, see, you just see right there, the long wheelbase. It just puts his driving work his way.
I can believe that. Monster Patrol takes him with lap 158 seconds.
Notice when he goes to the corner, he tries to brake gas to get it to slide around.
We go now to the semifinals, and that's Barefoot against Public Disturbance. The first time that Curtis Stone has made a semifinal, and he's got to be feeling awfully good, Rick Swanson.
Oh yeah, we gotta congratulate him for making it here. Let's see.
Okay, here we go. Out in front. Oh, almost going over on his side is Stone. Up on two wheels and Barefoot right around there. No problems at all. Barefoot stays on the gas, and a problem, some kind of a problem with Stone.
That looks like his sway bar is just a little loose. That's why it's leaning so much.
Take another look at it. Here's a start. Up.
See, when he takes that hit, his sway bar actually gets twisted, which allows the truck to lean a little more. No big deal with the truck. All he has to do is adjust it.
But that's a big deal. He just
There's
knocked
a
over the
problem.
pillar. Oh, boy. That's it. He knows he's got a problem. That's going to be a 2-second penalty for Curtis Stone. Semifinal number 2 to put Dragon Slayer against Monster Patrol to see who's going to take on Barefoot in the final. There's the start. There's the Dragon Slayer. Getting around the corner very well, Rick Swanson.
Dragon Slayer definitely has an advantage being a shorter wheelbase.
Much shorter.
But Paul has more horsepower, so when he gets it around the corner, he can't gas it to get over the cars.
Christian's not afraid to stay on the gas, so is he? Whoa, a little bit off those cars. But he's okay, and Dragon Slayer takes it 17.36 seconds against Schaefer's Monster Patrol 18.409. So the stage is set. The main event, Dragon Slayer against Barefoot. Here's the start. Dragon Slayer coming towards you, Barefoot going away from you.
Once again, you got to give the slight advantage to Craig because of shorter wheelbase.
That Hummer is very short wheelbase. Not quite the horsepower of Barefoot, perhaps, but he gets around there a little bit faster.
Yeah, but once again, the smaller motor may not have the horsepower, but in the smaller arenas, the blower works better on the motor, so you can get more decent.
Good point. Dragon Slayer takes him 16.191 seconds. That's the first truck to go into the 16-second bracket. Barefoot 18.802. Another look at it. Dragon Slayer, no mistakes at all, Rick.
Hey, you know, he's doing a good run. He's got everything going for him this whole weekend. He's been doing good. You got to congratulate him when he's doing good.
So the results show Dragon Slayer, Barefoot, Monster Patrol, first, second, and third. The final standings, the points after 7 rounds, Dragon Slayer, Bigfoot, and Monster Patrol. Let's go down the field and Raquel Gardner.
How's it feel?
Like I say, this all goes to the team, you know. There's a lot of guys that don't get to come out here. They're at the shop. They're all kids. You know, they're all my sons and their friends that get to come to the shop and help, and they don't get to come. They have school. School is number one, most important, and so they have to stay back. But, you know, I just wanted to say something to that young punk over there. You know, he said all us old guys. Well, who was in the finals? It was the old guys, Larry and I, that were here teaching the young bucks the new tricks.
I guess he still has a thing or two to learn.
That's right. His britches might not be quite big as he thought they were because he just got a spanking by one of the new guys.
So really quick, Craig, tell me, you are famous for your freestyle. I mean, I could sit and watch you for hours in your freestyle. You get crazy. Are you gonna come up with anything exciting tonight, or tell me?
I didn't think I was that crazy. It's just another day at the office. You put the helmet on and you close your eyes and you drive like a bat out of you know what.
Well, go get him, Tiger. Thanks a lot. Craig Christensen, everybody.
outside Phoenix, Arizona, in the suburb of Glendale. Larry Huffman and Rick Swanson. We go now to what some people feel is the best part of Monsters of Destruction. That's the freestyle, where the drivers come out for 90 seconds and do their thing. The only trucks on the track, and the crowd response is what determines the winner. You like this, Rick Swanson? You like freestyle?
Yeah, this is going to be a very unique freestyle for MOD because we actually got a van on top of the top. That van's 12 feet up in the air, so it gives us something really to hit. I think this will probably be one of the most exciting freestyles today.
Okay, here's Amber Skywalker coming out. The clock is running. She's on her freestyle performance. Going pretty slow at the beginning. She's half hours before breaking that axle when she lands, so she's got to be a little bit careful here, right, Rick?
Well, being the first truck out, you got to feel it out. Me being up here looking down at the track, I got my fingers crossed the crew guys get the truck put together because I'll tell you one thing, I'm going to hit that van. That
van is set in the middle, and so far Amber has not gone after it.
Nah, she's pacing herself.
Yeah, she's kind of feeling her way around here.
The old outback. Got to pick it up a little bit, got to get a little more exciting.
She does a lot of her own mechanical work. It's kind of interesting. She's a very attractive young lady, single mother of one, and in her early 20s. And
oops, that ain't good.
Whoa, what happened?
Oh, well.
Something broke. And she has stopped before the 90 seconds is up. Rick, what do you think?
I don't think anything broke. I think more than anything she bounced crooked, and they probably killed her because she was coming up and she rubbed that wall a little bit. That's a big no-no in an arena.
So she is running. She backs up. The clock is ticking.
Yeah, she's got enough time to go hit that van.
Yeah, she hasn't yet. Let's see if she does. The crowd loves her, especially the
here we go.
Kids.
She's lining up.
Going up with the van. Setting up. Doing an Evel Knievel thing.
It's called drawing the attention.
That's right. And that's exactly what the crowd's watching. They're sitting on the edge of their seat watching this one. What is she going to do? She backs up. She's taking all the time. She's taking off. We're going to have to
I think that 90 seconds is over.
Yeah, we're going to tie this thing with a calendar, She backs up. What? I can't believe it. Here she goes. She hits the van. Whoa! And that's a 7 on the Richter scale. Man, they felt that in Tokyo, Japan when she landed. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Okay, take another look at it. She gets all four wheels in the air, and look at the bounce, Rick.
Yeah, the cars look like they were throwing her out towards the wall a little bit, so the rest of the drivers are going to have to remember that and always try and keep the trucks toward the center.
She goes right up against the wall at the replay. Scott McLemore's cameraman doing a great job of capturing the action here. There it is. That jarred her ancestors, man, when she landed. Man.
Yeah, she's just hoping right now she didn't do any damage to that wall, because she'll hear about it.
She will hear from Paul Schaefer one more time.
This is a nice shot over the van. She's
really
up. She's just rubbing the tires on top of the van, which means she had some good air.
And here comes the Moose. Brad Campbell and the Monster Moose. This kid is a showman. He first saw monster trucks at the Seattle Kingdome. Look out! When he was 5 years old, his parents took him to the Kingdome. I may have announced that event. And he said, I'm going to own a monster truck sometime. And by golly, he's doing it right now. He owns that monster truck, the Monster Moose.
Yeah, he owns both that one and Public Disturbance.
Yes, he does.
Brad's come a long way in a short time.
He has.
He's shown that he's not scared to hit cars. He's hit the van a couple times. He's been doing a few shows. I haven't seen him in a couple months, so I'm looking forward to watching him.
Rick Swanson, you ever have a flat tire from going over the cars that have been crushed? They destroy the tires at all?
Yeah, it happens. Very seldom, but it does happen. Normally, you just blow a bead off.
All right, what's he doing now?
Just trying to get lined up. That's one of those. Along with seat time, you don't do that kind of stuff. You learn to plan your next jump.
So you're actually thinking while you're doing it. In other words, you don't have it all set before you go out.
No, you kind of do a layout of what you want to do, and then you also go by the fly. Look at that.
Whoa!
There you go.
My goodness! He's going to need an oxygen mask if he gets any higher. He had to be 25 feet in the air, that cab of that truck.
I told you this freestyle is going to be the best because we've got jumps to go off of. Like I said, I've got my fingers crossed the guys out back to getting that truck put together.
I hope they do, but right now it is Brad Campbell's show, and he is looking awfully good.
He's going for it again.
Here we go, over the van. Up,
Look at that.
over.
The best part about that is when you look back at that van, it's untouched. The truck has gone over it without touching.
Yep. Is that odd?
No, that's great. Actually, that's what
do.
we want to see. You know, that's what the fans want to see. They want to see air underneath.
One more time, let's look at that first jump. That is incredible. Rick,
That's what we want to call for freestyle.
boy, I'm telling you, that was unbelievable. One more time, different camera angle. Gets a little sideways. Oh, no damage except to his underwear. Monster Patrol and freestyle action. Paul Schaefer in that long wheelbase vehicle, and you'd say, Rick, this is not an advantage in freestyle, having the long wheelbase.
No, the long wheelbase is a huge advantage in straight line racing, but in everything else, it really makes your work cut out for you, because in order to get the lift that he needs, like what Brad got over the van, it takes twice as much timing, throttle response. Sometimes you actually even have to come into a jump, hit the brakes, and then get back on it like a motorcycle in order to get the suspension to
Get the
unload
suspension
the air.
working. He goes up and over, and he's still in the competition, but like you say, he's not getting the air we saw with Campbell.
Well, like I said, it directly goes back to the wheelbase. It's one of those things that, you know, he's probably going to have to start swapping trucks around. He owns enough of them that he could get a short wheelbase truck for the arenas. But when we go outside, watch out. He'll be somebody to fight with.
Okay, he's set, drops back, backs up. Apparently, he's going to try to take on the
for the
van.
van.
Now, you don't think he'll be able to get all four wheels off in the air off over the van? He's going to hit it.
Well, he'll get the truck up in the air, but just not to the. See, he did just like Amber, where the tires just rubbed the top.
Yep, just goes right along the top,
And that's only to do because the truck's set up to go from start line to finish line as fast as possible.
what did he knock down? What's out on the ground?
Just a piece of grill. That ain't no big deal. You gotta leave a souvenir for the building.
Monster Patrol, another look in slow motion. Yeah, you're right, barely touches the top of that van.
And then, like I said, once again, that's set up because that's the way the truck's set up to get down the straightaway as fast
But
as
the
possible.
crowd likes to see air. They like to see you guys get really, really high in the air.
Well, if I get my truck back, I'll do my best.
Well, I hope you do. Okay, coming out now, this is Public Disturbance. This is young Curtis Stone. Comes out, he is a rookie. He's still learning his way, correct, Rick?
Yeah, he's still learning. I'll say one thing for that truck. That truck used to be the live wire truck, and when Michael drove it, that thing stood on its tailgate constant.
Well, let's see what happens. He's getting some serious air there.
Well, give him some seat time. You know, it all comes from seat time. You can't be the superstar overnight. It takes a while.
He's still kind of feeling his way around.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing fantastic. The truck's doing what it's supposed to do.
No major mistakes.
No mistakes. Truck's running. I mean, look at me. I'm broken. There you go. Up and over the van. Not huge air.
Yeah,
you know. When you sit in that truck and that van's taller than your truck, it puts some things in your mind.
I guess that's got to be a psychological barrier, let alone a physical barrier, correct?
Oh, yeah, because, you know, what's on that other side? You know, and when I hit it, what am I going to do? Those are all things that, for a young driver, are going through your mind. And, you know, give him time. He'll be flying over it just like Brad. See, Brad's a little better because it's Brad's equipment to tear up. Curtis has to answer to Brad if he tears it up.
Brad Campbell, the owner of the Monster Moose, owns this truck also. We're watching the freestyle action of young Curtis Stone in Public Disturbance. And the 90 seconds just about up. He goes up.
He's going for the van again.
Yep. Crushes it that time. He crushes the roof of it.
Which probably was a good thing to do because he showed him to clear it. Now he goes back, shows the crowd, I'm going to take it out.
Does some donuts, spins around.
Yeah, the ground wasn't good for donuts.
Too sticky, right?
Yep.
You saw that with your axle. There's a slow motion shot of him going over the cars. Curtis Stone. One more time, and this is over the van. This is over the van. Now watch when he crushes the roof.
That's the first time over the van.
Yep.
Because he just hits the roof.
But pushes it in a little bit. Up now in another long wheelbase Dodge is Larry Swim in Barefoot. That truck is owned by Paul Schaefer. Basically the same size as Schaefer's Frankenstein, right, Rick Swanson?
Yeah, they're identical trucks along with Amber's too. The only difference is Paul owns the truck and Larry drives the truck. He's driving like he stole it.
Well, he looks like he's going a little bit faster, a little bit higher, certainly higher than Schaefer.
Well, once again, he's the kid. He's proven himself. He wants to show these fans what these trucks can do.
Larry swimming barefoot. Completely over the van.
Nice, clean jump.
Beautiful.
That looked good. That's what the fans are here to see.
Well, you said it's going to be a good night for freestyle racing, and I think we're seeing that, Rick.
Oh, yeah, because you got jumps out there that you can actually jump, catch air, you can get the crowd wound up. I mean, we haven't had these jumps before. You know, that van's sitting on top of a 5-foot tabletop. When you're in that truck, that van's taller than you. You know what it's going to take to get over it, and you know the fans know what it's going to take.
And the arena is a little larger than we've been used to lately.
Yeah, it's given us some shutdown.
There he goes over the van again, completely clears it. No problem whatsoever. 90 seconds.
Every little bit of that dirt floor you can see.
Yeah, he's using it, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. You know, these tight arenas have a lot for the drivers to do. You know, not only do you got to think of your next jump, you got to think that you're going to keep everything in line. Again, going over it the opposite way, you can see all the kill seats that are empty just in case something goes wrong.
Yep. 90 seconds of action with Larry swimming barefoot. 3-time world champion. He's waving to the crowd. He's happy. He's having a good time.
You know what, Larry? I just got word. Crew guys got the truck fixed. I got to thank Mike, Jeff, and Donald. They've been out there busting their butt while I'm up here talking to you. You know, kept me all nice and clean, but I'm next for freestyle.
Get down and get your driver's suit. We watched a little bit more of barefoot. Rick Swanson goes down to the floor. We'll be back with more exciting action from Glendale Arena in Glendale, Arizona. And coming up next, my co-host, Rick Swanson, Arizona. And it's brought to you by AmeriGas, America's propane company. And MonsterTruckStore.com, your online source for monster truck merchandise and Cruisin' Tees, the ultimate in motorsports silk screening. Well, here comes Rick Swanson. You've heard him talking for the last half hour, and now he's out there and he's putting a show on. That crew of his has been working for the last couple hours getting everything together, and the truck looks like it's running well. So Rick has got a little bit of an, oh! Almost goes into the seats. He's got a little bit of advantage because he's been watching everything from our camera eye view. He knows what the track is like, what the traction's like, and he's out there serving up a dish of excitement in this freestyle competition. Rick Swanson out of Menifee, California, the Line X Obsession truck. He owns it. He built it. He owns it. Built it for his wife originally, and then after a couple times, she said, I don't want to do this, honey. And he stopped on the top of the jump, backs up now. He's been talking about that van all night. You know he wants to get on it and hit it. Here he comes. Up and over, all the way over. Landing on the front wheels. That van is pretty well crushed by now. Swanson is doing now what he's been talking about for the last 45 minutes. Gets bucked up in the rear end there as he goes over, slams the binders on. This is freestyle competition from Glendale, Arizona. Goes backwards over it. Holy Toledo. Swanson, and nobody else has done that tonight, goes over the van backwards. Line X Obsession, sponsored in part by AmeriGas, one of our sponsors here. Swanson goes over what's left of the van. Slams the binders on before he hits the tunnel. He mentioned earlier that is their escape route, that tunnel. And he slams the binders on just in time, backs it up, gets some speed, goes over the cars, spins around and back to the center again and stops and backs up. The crowd saying, what is this crazy guy going to do now? He slams the throttle to the floor, hits it all the way up in the air. He got some serious air. That's what the crowd here in Glendale came to see. And Swanson delivers. He backs up. Let's see what he's going to do now. That's it. He takes the accolades of the crowd, milking it for all he can get, and I don't blame him. He did a heck of a job. Look at him. Swanson, he's happy. Rick Swanson and Line X Obsession. And the crowd, of course, determines the winner in freestyle competition. Let's take a little look at it. Gets a little bit sideways. That's that first one where he almost goes into the stands. The center goes over the van. Just creases the top of it. Gets out and waves to the crowd. That's Rick Swanson. So the crowd applauding. They love this performance by young Mr. Swanson out of Menifee, California. And we go now to the Dragon Slayer. That's Craig Christensen, the Tough Country Dragon Slayer. New sponsor, the last event. New paint job, and he's on the gas. Now, this guy comes to put on a show, and good Lord, he does it. Look at that, almost hits another truck. Christensen loves this. He has said to his son, his stepson, Jensen, I don't care if we tear these vehicles up. I want to put on a show, and that's exactly what they're doing. And that's why he wins so many of these. Care. He loves to get out here and get it crazy in the freestyle, and he's doing it right now. The big Tough Country suspension Hummer. Craig Christensen goes back over the cars. Boy, you get your money's worth when you watch this guy. He puts on a show. Over the center. Oh, that's the highest any truck has gotten. And it bounces as high as any truck has done so far tonight. Takes the center again, attacks it, stops on the top. What is he doing? What is he doing? He's getting out and waving at the crowd. Yes, that's exactly what he's doing. Apparently that's it for Craig Christensen in the Tough Country Dragon Slayer Hummer. He's parked there. Another look at him in slow motion. That is some serious air. He almost hits the rafters, and he slams down and bounces a couple times there. Another look at it, slow motion. The suspension is working. He's up, getting a little sideways there. They do go on their head occasionally. So far, we haven't seen it. Drawn out to wave at the crowd again. Craig Christensen, he is a showman. Notice the neck brace they all wear because they take some terrific cheaters. Well, let's see what Jensen can do. Paul Jensen is the stepson of Craig Christensen, and he bounces on the rear end and slams into the wall. Oh my goodness. He hit that wall hard, and that's it. There's hydraulic fluid coming out the back, spewing out of the back. Paul Jensen was absolutely brilliant for 6 seconds, and that's all. And there you go, getting sideways. Look, it slams down and almost goes into the stands. And that's it. That's it for Jensen. One more time, different look, sideways, crashes it into the hay bale and wins it. Let's go down to Raquel Gardner.
You were trying to outdo your dad, weren't you? Come on, be honest.
Yeah, I was, but not on that jump. I wasn't expecting to get that much air, and it just happened that way.
So what do you think happened?
Just too much air, too small of a place.
To the truck.
Yeah. I don't know. It's got a hydraulic leak somewhere. We'll have to fix it.
Does that mean you're out for the rest of this?
Yeah, it means I'm out till tomorrow.
I really don't think it matters. Did you guys like what he did? 6 seconds, and I think you might just take freestyle, pal.
And that's it from Glendale, Arizona, Monsters of Destruction. I'm Larry Huffman along with Rick Swanson. Thanks for watching. welcome to round number 8 of Monsters of Destruction. I'm Larry Huffman along with Raquel Gardner, and we're in the beautiful Glendale Arena.